Law 1. It is not about saving money but what you do with what you save. I am sure you have come across videos that stresses about how important it is to save money, but the thing that they fail to tell you is that you need to have a good reason for why you are saving your money. If you don't know what to do with the money you save, you are more likely to waste it. To prove my point, people will save for two reasons. The first reason why people save is for temporary satisfaction. The second reason why people save is for permanent satisfaction. When you save money to then invest it in a skill or increase your knowledge that can give one permanent satisfaction. Think of a person who saves money to pay someone to teach him a valuable skill where he can then provide value to people and make more money. That saving is only important if you know what to do with it. In Law 2, money always moves. It either moves toward you or away from you. Most people don't realize that their money moves, so they become ignorant about watching where their hard-earned money goes. This is why so many people live paycheck to paycheck. Their money is moving, and most of their money is moving away from them. The moment you put money in the bank, it moves. The bank will invest with it or lend it to other people to make a profit. As soon as you get your pay, some of your money moves to paying bills and taxes, and as soon as you go out to a mall, your money moves to buying things that you desire. The difference between rich people and poor people is that rich people have more money moving towards them than away from them, and poor people have money moving away from them than towards them. Law 3. Money is a language that rich people speak. You have to learn to speak its language. Have you ever noticed what an employee worries about versus what a business owner worries about? You will hear it in their language. The sad truth is that only people who understands the language of money can truly become rich. An employee will always worry about a paycheck which is fixed, while a business owner worries about profit which will grow. The more you learn to speak the language of money, the more opportunities you will have, because now you will start to think different from poor people. Instead of talking about paycheck, taxes and bonus, you will be talking about business venture, profit and tax advantages. Or 4. Big check syndrome. Have you ever heard of these insane stories of people winning the lotto and going broke? If you ask most people the question what they would do if they win the lotto, they would say things like going on luxurious vacations, buying expensive clothes, cars and probably a big house. What they fail to realize is that not because you have $1 million, it doesn't mean that you are rich. It is how you use that $1 million determine whether you will become rich or poor. The big check syndrome doesn't come from you winning the lotto only. It can come from starting a small business and you make large sums of money, or it can come from a pay raise you get from your job. Make sure that the more you increase your earnings is the less you are spending. One of the main reasons for getting wealthy is to have good spending habits. If you have bad spending habits, no matter how much money you get, you will always be broke. There are so many football players who went broke, basketball players who went broke, movie stars and popular celebrities, and most of these people who went broke can never recover. They have the big check syndrome. So, it is smart for you to ask yourself from you are broke, what would you do if you got $1 million? Always remember, the more money you make, that money will provide you with opportunities to increase it. Rule 5. Befriend the moneymakers. Have you ever realized that almost all rich people have rich friends? Why is that so? It is because they all learn from each other. If a rich man should spend most of his time around people who don't know about money, what will he learn? Now, I'm not telling you to avoid people who don't have money, but to spend most of your time talking to people who have money. Let them know you want to learn from them. This is one of the fastest way a person can become rich. Take, for example, Warren Buffett, one of the greatest investors. Even though he knew a little about investing, it was when he met Benjamin Graham, the man who is considered the father of value investing, everything changes. Even later on in Buffett life, he teamed with another successful investor called Charlie Munger, and they even became best friends. As I stated, that money is a language, and one of the fastest ways to know the language of money is to befriend the money makers. If you want to learn how to catch fish, then you go to a fisherman. If most of your time is spent around people who don't know how to make money, then you won't make money. You become who you surround. And even if you can't befriend the money makers, there are YouTube videos where you can watch from and learn how to think better. So, if you are new to my channel, make sure you subscribe. Law 6. Start a business before you invest. While most YouTube financial gurus preaches about investing, it is way better to start a business before considering investing. The reason for this is that you can make profit quicker from a good business than investing. Remember, investing is not like trading where you can make a profit within a day or week. If you look at most successful investors, they invest for the long term. Another thing about starting a business is that it let one knows what makes a business successful and what don't. Because of this, if you are investing, then you can analyze and tell if a business would be a bad investment or a good investment. Take, for example, Warren Buffett. He states that he doesn't buy stocks, he buys businesses. He also states that he only invests into business that he understands. Starting a business first can also makes it easier for you to invest larger sums of money so that you can get a higher profit. Law 7. Never spend money before you earn it. This is one of the main reasons why most people never escape poverty, and the world is designed for you to spend money before you earn it. That is the reason why they created credit card. That is the reason why they have loans, because the more you are trapped in this cycle, the more you are making other people richer. Most people tend to always borrow money to buy things they don't actually need or they can't really afford. Most businesses understand that people may not be able to afford a product in the present moment, but they find other sales tactics to get people to buy regardless. Think of an automotive business. If a person can't afford to buy the car cash, then he can always pay for it monthly over a period of time. Keep in mind that these payments also come with interest rates. Rule 8. Have a secret account. All rich people have an account in which they don't touch until it's necessary. This kind of account is also called an emergency fund. This is the type of account you use to help you in any emergency situation you encounter. It is always a wise thing to prepare for rainy days, but most people don't do that. They live too much in the present. They think that every day will be sunshine and rainbows, and these are the people that panic if they lost their jobs or something bad happens and they need money to fix the problem. Make sure you have a secret account for what is about to happen in the future, which no one will never know. Rule 9. The amount of money you make is equivalent to your perceived value. If you really want to become rich, one way is to raise your perceived value. There is definitely a reason why doctors or lawyers will always make more money than other people who work ordinary jobs. But you don't need to be a doctor or some top professional to raise your value. The best way to raise your value is just knowing more. The more you learn is the more you earn. In fact, people will literally pay you for what you know. That is the reason you have seminars and online courses. If you learn more, you can then have the opportunity to teach what you learn to others below your level. Another way to raise your value is to set goals and go after them. People who take action will always be rewarded over others, but the best way to raise your value is to have experience in something that people desire.